So unbrainwashing yourself from bad habits isn't really like following a single solution and then that'll change everything. It's more like you want to disrupt your current environment and your old way of thinking and then tip that in your favor. So let's get started. The first question that you should really be asking yourself is, who is calling the shots in your life? Well, you're like, well, of course it's me. Well, is it? I know this sounds kind of weird, but when you look at your life, look at what you want to do and what you are actually doing instead. And if there's a difference, that means something else is controlling your life more than you. And then behind what you're actually doing, what exactly are you hoping that you'll get out of it? So let's do an example here. So let's say you want a more stable-ish job like electrician. You guys can disagree with me on this. But instead, you spend most of your time entertaining yourself. Yeah, whatever that looks like for you, as long as it's legal. So you can see that there's a mismatch between what you actually want and what you're actually doing. So by entertaining yourself, what are you really hoping for? Are you just avoiding doing the hard things? Or you just want to enjoy life instead of working all the time? And are those things that you're hoping for worth more than having financial stability, independence, and freedom to do what you want in the future? Put them side by side. Do you actually want short-term fun, or do you want freedom and independence? Because unless you can see how changing your habits right now could lead to a potentially better future, you will have no motivations to change. And if you know that you'll regret not investing in yourself in the future, let that regret drive your actions right now. If you're looking to become a more independent person that knows their way around the world, hit that subscribe button. However, even with our minds that are motivated and ready to change, it doesn't mean that our physical habits are actually ready. So how do we break this? You have to disconnect the automation. Yes, like a robot. This means that you have to stop doing the things that you are doing without thinking and actively disconnecting it. Like if right now you're not doing anything and you feel really antsy, so you automatically reach for your phone. Or when you wake up, the first thing that you check is your social media. These are things that you probably have done thousands of times to the point that it's almost like a reflex. So you have to find different ways of breaking that auto response by, let's say, like locking up your phone or even downgrading to a dumb phone. And sometimes things can be really addictive, like games. This is when you want to maybe lock your account away with someone that you really trust, or even more extreme measures, delete it. So if you want to change, you want to sit down and look at what you're automatically doing that needs to be stopped. But why do still so many people that are trying to change their habits fail? And in my opinion, there's a huge factor. And that is, you need a strong punishment. I know that as much as we want to believe that being motivated is enough, it really isn't. And I promise you, there will absolutely be days where you wake up and you don't want to do anything. And this is where your punishment comes in. Because pain is always going to move you. Pick whatever you hate the most. Running, losing cash, no phone, and have someone else carry out the punishment. Because you know that you'll go easy on yourself. A very simple example for whatever your habit that you're trying to change. For each day that you miss, you lose your phone for an hour. And if that's too easy, 4 hours. It has to hurt enough for you to want to change. However, let's get into a little more tactics. Because if you're not paying special attention, you might replace your bad habit with another one. Let me explain. This is when you snack instead of eat full meals. I like chips. What this basically means is stop consuming bite-sized informations here and there and go deeper. Because with incomplete information, you might be replacing your bad habit with something that you'll have to change again in the future. For instance, let's say you're trying to change your diet and eat a little bit healthier. So you saw this tip online that says eat more vegetables and limit your sugar, which are great tips. Yeah, honestly they are. However, if you do not know that you have to eat like a huge amount of variety in your vegetables, and you build a habit of eating the same 5 things all the time, that actually makes you more vulnerable to certain illnesses. And this can be easily prevented if you don't just keep getting these 1-minute advices from Shorts or TikTok. Because it doesn't give you the whole picture. While one tip might be good, But without the whole system, it might actually do you more harm than good. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I have some other videos that you might like.